Now that you are familiar with the basic information about Servercore's data centers, let's move on to a demonstration in the control panel. Ivan will now show you how to configure a cloud server on the Servercore platform. Servercore users have access to virtual servers in two types of configurations, fixed and custom, with a pay-as-you-go payment model. In the demo, we'll look at setting up a server with a custom configuration to see how you can adjust the exact amount of resources that will be available for the virtual machine to use. Next, we'll explore what can be done in the cloud with an operational virtual server. If you are interested in trying to set up a Servercore cloud server on your own, scan the QR code on the screen or follow the link in the description.
Now let's go to a control panel demo and see how things work on that side. In the control panel, you can launch virtual machine from the section Cloud Services. You click on a cloud platform. As you see, I have pre-launched some servers to save some time during the presentation, but let's focus on creating a new server. I will guide you through the process, commenting on most important parts of the story. Let's pick up the location, Nairobi. The first step we have to take is to choose a basic image for the server. Basically, it's an operating system. You can choose from a number of pre-created images, or you can even upload your own image. If you do so, it will appear here in a list, and you'll be able to launch instances from this image. I'll be okay with standard Ubuntu for now. After we picked up the source, the next step is to pick up the configuration from the server. You can go and pick some preset if you are okay with that. Most customers do, but it's up to you to create a custom configuration from this tab. If you need something non-standard, for instance, 1, 4, and 3 gigabytes of RAM, not a typical configuration. The next step is to choose volume for your instance. You can pick any of volume types available. For now, there is a possibility to choose fast SSD, which gives you a lot of performance, universal, and basic HDD, which fits situations when you need to store a lot of data and which does not require quick responses for your applications. If you don't really know what your software needs, just start with Universal SSD. It has nice pricing, and later on you'll be able to change the type of the volume with not too much hassle. Here you can pick up the right volume size for your server. The volume size can be really large, like a couple of terabytes in size. We'll be okay with 20 gigabytes for now for this test. And probably, yeah, I think it's the last option necessary to choose is network connectivity. There are 3 main options. Totally private network with no connectivity to the internet. Private network plus 1 external IP address you'll be able to use to connect to your server SSH or RDP, depending on the operating system. And a public subnet, which gives you a number of publicly routed IP addresses. It's a bit pricier option, but you can use it if you need to process more traffic. So it's kind of optimized solution. And on scale, it became a bit cheaper than ordering single IP addresses. In case you need more addresses per network, write us a ticket. There is a possibility to launch /24 subnets here, taking more than 250 addresses from each such network. So that's it. I will pick pre-created network. It is available here at the bottom of the list. And after we picked all those examples, I can proceed to create an instance. Instance launch normally takes like 40-50 seconds. It's a very quick process. So I will wait till this server launches, and I will show what is possible to do with it after it's done. So as you see, server heady is now in a state scheduling, build, block device mapping, meaning that the volume for the server is being set up. We see that we already have an IP address chosen for this server. Now it's spawning and it's active. Let's go in its page, and go to a console. Web console is a way to look what happens with your server, and you can even control it using this console. It's not fully featured like your terminal, the terminals you might use on your desktop, but it gives you a nice way to do some brief controls, upgrades, or debug. In order to log into a server, we use login right in here. You can copy password from this field, or you can paste it using this hotkey, like from action. Here it is. This is our server. It should have connection to, to the internet. Let's check it. Yeah, it has. So let's see what's possible to do with a server that has been launched. First of all, and probably main configuration set of configuration here is server topology. So number of cores and RAM, which is available for it. We can easily scale vertically up to 8 vCPUs, not changing RAM. If you need something like that, for instance, you notice that your server demands more power, you can see here how the price of the server will be changed. If you need more than 8, you will have to switch to one of those fixed configurations. Let's resize our server to this configuration, 12 vCPUs. When I press apply and restart server, the server starts resizing. So we'll see it here. The status will change from active to resize prepared. And server will pass through the stage again in like 30-40 seconds. While this happens, let's see what else can we configure on a server that is already launched. On the next step, network volumes, it's possible to alter some qualities of this volume. For instance, we can resize it. We can also configure backups plan for this volume or create a one-time backup. Let's resize this volume. It's a really cool feature of Servercore's cloud. Why is it called? Because it's completely online. When I press save button here, API will receive this event, and we will be able to immediately see the new size of the volume inside our server. I log into the server again because it was rebooted, and write f disk minus f disk minus L colon, and here we see it's probably not clearly seen on the translation, but disk as as DA now has volume of 25 gigabytes instead of 20 it has before the change. With a few more commands, you can resize file system to utilize this space. In most cases, it can be done completely online without turning off your server and all that. And in other tabs, you can control, for instance, ports, network ports of your server. Uh, each server can be connected with multiple networks, like almost. I don't think there is a limit. It should be, but should be a number of hundreds of ports. Nobody uses this, to be honest, in real life. But topologies with 2, 3, maybe 4 networks are same in nature. Using this control button, you can connect a public IP address to a private port of your server. If you need to control it not through this console, but through SSH connection.